Hey everybody, Erika here, and today I'm battling my friend Will. He's a really good battler, I'm not gonna lie. He always has these weird movesets and EV spreads on his Pokemon, and it proves menacing because I'm not too familiar and nor do I expect it. But as you can see here, today my team is totally new, well, excluding the Extra and Porygon 2, but I'm trying out something new, some new pokes, still trying out for that bulkiness leftover kind of strategy I usually have, and I'm trying out Pikachu. He seems really common and he's super cute, so of course I'm gonna want him on my team. But like I said, Will knows what's up. He always knows what to do. So I'm threatening him. I feel like he already has a plan before I even send out my first Pokemon, and it proves true. He already predicts the first Pikachu fake out moveset thing, so he sends out his Weavile. His Weavile has also fake out, and he goes first because it's completely fast. This Pokemon's speed is incredible, and my Pikachu's left useless because it's slower and bleh, it's completely useless. So I bring it back in and I send out my Milotic because I predicted an Ice Shard, Ice Punch, anything, whatever it had. I know my Milotic can take it because my Milotic is a bold and it has leftovers. Well, it's not a bold, but it's bold. And it's beautiful as well, as you can see. That's why I named her Romina. Romina is such a beautiful name. This Pokemon deserved it. So I go for the obvious Scald here, and he predicts that he predicts that move really well. He goes for his Tentacruel, but the thing is, I'm not afraid because Scald is a move of hacks. And what do you get with hacks? You get burned. So I burn it. Of course, it's not a physical attacker, but I mean, the HP it loses because of its burn is okay with me. I mean, this Pokemon is a threat to me. It usually is because it's really hard to take out. It has Liquid Ooze. My ground types, I'm not so good with ground types and so forth, and I don't have electric types other than Pikachu, but I don't think it'll be pretty useful against this Tentacruel. It's going to be hard to put it in there. But I don't want the squid in my face, so I Dragon Tail it, and he goes for the Scald. I guess he wanted to burn me too, but if he burns me, my Marvel skill comes through. I don't know if he knew that or not. But either way, I get lucky and I get Weavile, and I'm going to want to burn this thing again. He fake outs me to try to get some damage done, but it doesn't do anything. Milotic says champ. Either way, I forget. I have my very own Weavile. I should know better. He goes for knockoff, and bam, he hits me right in the kisser and knocks off my leftovers, and it does great deal amount of damage, and I'm like, crap. So I use Scald here, hope for the burn hacks, and Willie knows best here. He withdraws his Weavile because he knows whatever move he does, I can take it, but I predict that, so I go for a nice and healthy recover here because I want my Milotic at full health, because it's a threat to his team, and I know that as a fact. But I don't want to use him against this Jirachi, because Jirachi is a Pokemon that screams hacks next to Togekiss. So I sent out Extra Drill, obviously, Earthquake, yada yada yada, Setup, Rapid Spin, so have it, because I know Jirachi can set up as well. So I know Extra Drill is a good match for this one. So I know he predicts my Earthquake, so I'm just going to go ahead and set up here, because I might as well have my rocks out, get some damage done to whatever pokes he sends out. He sends out his Whimsicott, and I am worried because it has Prankster, Leech Seed, Thunder Wave, and Encore, and he can Encore my Stealth Rock. But yes, he doesn't, and I get to go in for a kill on this thing. This thing can be threatening because it's really bulky when it's not a super effective move. He seeds me, and it's weird. This is where I'm confused. I'm just like, you could have Encored me. He always Encores me and gets me at that, and I lose and die. But nope, his Whimsicott takes a nice Iron Head to the face, and it's out. And I feel a little relieved that his Weavile is gone, that his Whimsicott's gone, but this battle is not over yet. Oh wait, his Weavile's not gone yet, my bad. But it is gone now. Well, this is gone because his priority Ice Shard is gone, and I feel a little bit safe, but he still has this thing, and this thing practically is priority because of that scarf it has, making it so fancy and fast, and I know it can kill my Extra Drill, and I have to think about what I want to sack, because I know it's going to sack anything. This thing is so OP. So I send in my Talo here to take that neutrality damage, and I survive with 2 HP, and I'm just like, yes, yes, but I'm Toxic Orb, and I'm like, oh crap, I have nothing for this thing. So I send him back in because I don't want you dead yet, Swallow. Stay there, please. Love me. I'm sorry for trying to sack you. But Romina's almost at full health, and I know I could take anything from this Pokemon. But I take it like a champ, and he doesn't risk a scald or burned or anything. So he sends out his Jirachi once more. So this is a good play on Will's part. He predicts my switch because he knows I don't want any type of hacks on this Pokemon. So I send out my extra drill. And he sends out a hefty Fire Punch. And him and I have discussed Fire Punch on a Jirachi for the Scissor threats. And it proves effective because look what it does to my extra drill. My extra drill is a bulky type, and not only does it get good damage, it gets a burn thanks to Serene Grace. I don't want my extra drill dead yet at this point because I'm just like, I might need him. He's come through other times when I've saved him. And so I bring him back in, and at this point I'm just like, what can take what of my Pokemon? So I send an Entei because I know Entei can take a punch from a Jirachi, and that's good. That's what I want. I don't really want to go down just yet, and I don't want to sack any more Pokemon. So here, of course, Will knows best that I'm going to use some kind of Sacred Fire attack or whatever, but I got lazy, didn't have enough heart scales, so I just kept with Fire Blast. And his Arcanine could take anything my Entei has except Stone Edge, but Intimidate comes through, so Stone Edge would have been completely useless. I go for Fire Blast. It doesn't do anything to this Pokemon because it's bulky. It's not an offensive Arcanine. So I have nothing for this, but I don't want to switch in, switch out. I don't want to do that anymore, but I kind of do. I'm just like, you know what, Arcanine? I don't want you in my face anymore. But he's extreme speed, and just like, no, wait. No, I roar. Instead of switching in, I'll just roar, and I get Jirachi once more. So at this point, I think Will is just like, well, it's the end for Jirachi. He has no more use for him anymore, I suppose. So he lets it get sacked by a nice and hefty Fire Blast. Or maybe he thought I was gonna switch. I was gonna predict the switch. So, you know, I was gonna use Stone Edge or Extreme Speed or something. So he lets his Jirachi live, and Refugio's just sitting there gaining his HP back like he never got hurt. He sends out this thing, and I'm just like, this is a threat to me. And it scalds me, and I'm like, no, bye, Entei. Oh wait, it's bulky, and it's a legendary. But I go for Roar once again. At this point, I'm not really expecting anything, so I'm just like, whatever it has, I have to think quick. So he sends out Terrakion, and this is a threat to me. He used Earthquake, Rock Slide. So I'm not faster than it, so I have to think quick on my feet. And of course, I bring it back in, and I bring out my bulk. And that is my Milotic, or Romina. She's not at full health, but like I said, I know she can take something. He goes for a Poison Jab. I'm guessing for the poison hacks, but it's alright, because I get poison, I have Marvel Scale, whatevs, and I get an attack and I get to attack you. So he goes for another Poison Jab, and Marvel Scale comes through, raises my attack by 50%, and look what it does. Even though it's a crit, I eat it up, and I go for a Scald, and I get burnt. You can't run away from the Scald. So earlier in the battle, as you see, he tried to run away from the Scald and the burn hacks, but you can't escape, honey. Though Romina's out for the count, it's okay. I don't mind. The burn hacks comes through, and I just send out my handy dandy Porygon 2, and it can take anything. Eviolite is just a beast. It's just a freaking beast. I predict the switch, and I go for, you already know, that Thunderbolt though, and it just kills. I don't know why he left, why he didn't just leave it in. Oh, because I guess he wanted to go for Sacred Sword on me. But okay, what is a burnt Terrakion gonna do to a Porygon 2 that's buffed out with Eviolite? Completely nothing. It's gonna leave a minor scratch, but there's nothing Recover can't do to heal that up. So I go for a Recover here because I want that burn to just, might as well just take it down, you know, put it out of its misery. You know, like you put a horse out of its misery. Bye, Terrakion. So Terrakion is out and he's left with one poke. Ugh, this Pokemon, I've never liked it. Arcanine. His Arcanine is physically defensive Pokemon. Yeah, okay, it can do anything it wants, you know, extreme speed, fire blast, whatever. But no, he goes for the Morning Sun, and I'm sitting here thinking, great, it's going to be a stall battle now. It's going to be 50 turns with Morning Sun Tri-Attack. I'm going to use every attack I have. But I'm just hoping for a Tri-Attack hacks, crit, a pair of hacks, frozen, whatever. I want it so I can take it down. I don't want this to be a 50 battle turn. He goes for Flamethrower, and this is when I knew he waved the flag of defeat because he didn't go for the stall, and I get to kill with this Tri-Attack. I'm just like, this was a really good battle because Will is such a good trainer and he trains me. So I was really grateful here. This team proves very effective. I do want to tweak it out a little bit. Maybe get rid of that Pikachu and keep my Ambipom in there because I really like Ambipom as well. But at the end of the day, Will, thank you for such a great battle. You know, I always learn something new when I battle you. And how does it feel that the student wins over the teacher? I'm just really curious. And I was talking to him on Skype while this battle was going on, and he was just calling hacks. But I was like, hey, you had hacks on me too, right? And he's told me that don't worry about hacks, it's part of the game. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, bye!